now rocking with LXG, and you are now tuned in to Beat Finders TV. Every sound in this beat is an analog sound. There's no digital sounds in this beat, except for the correct, but everything else is strictly analog. Doubles back around, just a different vibe this time. Got a DS a little bit. Yo, real talk, a long time ago, my mama, she caught me this keyboard. It was a little plastic Casio keyboard with the little green buttons, and you push it and you made little elephant noises and stuff like that. I don't know why, but that was my whole start. Once I started playing the keys and blending a little elephants in, a little random noises, it's all bounced into, you know, kicks and snares. It bounced into, you know, samples and pretty much branching off into other forms of music. So she got me this keyboard. I picked it up and ran with it. I actually joined band in the 4th grade. My dad played the flute, so I decided, you know, I'm gonna just pick up on this flute and play the flute because my dad did. But it didn't really work out in my favor. You know, all the other boys was playing like hardcore instruments like drums and sweet stuff, but I'm sitting here. Yeah, it wasn't cool at all. So I dropped band. I kept with the music. You know, I have a lot of relatives that play piano and played the drums and play the sax and things like that, so I kind of picked up on it that way. Around the time of high school is when I really started getting into the beats. I used to rap. Like every other producer, I used to rap first, and then I became, you know, I didn't have money to pay for beats. This is before SoundClick, and we had Net Zero. So, you know, I used to try to download instrumentals on LimeWire, and it takes 40 hours for one song to come through, so just got into making my own beats. And from then to now, 8 years later, yeah, it's all been worth it, most definitely. And this guy here, he just...
Man, I started music when I was like 5. My aunt and them, I grew up with a whole bunch of old school women. They had this old piano, like it was from like 1820 in the living room, and I just started plugging with the keys. And I pushed the little thing up because I was like 6 and I was like this high. And I started playing on there. Like every time my aunt and them would leave, I just started playing it louder. My door open, just playing. Yeah, I started on FL like 6 or something like that. Then before that, I started making beats on my Xbox. Some video game that came out. Ever since then, I was in a band too. Middle school, all 4 years. High school, all 4 years. And I played like half the year in college. So music has really been like incorporated within my mind for the longest. But we linked up. The crazy thing is, I didn't know this dude until I was just on YouTube. You know how as a producer you get, like you go to YouTube to find motivation and stuff like that. And I was just on YouTube and I seen this dude making beats. So I'm like, dang. Then he had his producer name was the same thing as mine. And I was like, hold on, man, this is something. This dude set tripping or something like that. Like, all right, let me check him out. I checked him out. I was like, dang, it was just something that I never heard before. So we linked up. Ever since then, we just been working, just grinding, really, for real.
The real cool thing about it is, me, I'm born and raised in Detroit, Michigan. So coming to Houston, it's a totally different music scene. Where I'm from, you know, we listen to a lot of underground hip hop. You know, you have your J Dilla, you have your Slum Village. We listen to a lot of high tech, things like that. And then the Midwest is kind of like branched off into their own little bracket. Pretty much all you hear is hip hop. Down there, when it comes down to like trap music and stuff like that, it's really rare to find a trap producer. So it was always in my mind like, I want to make hip hop, I gotta make hip hop, I gotta make soul music, because that's all I'm used to hearing. So once I got into working with him, it's kind of like bridging the gap between the soul music and you know, the trap music. And it's not necessarily, you know, I know Houston isn't all about trap and things like that, because it's a lot of great music that comes out of Houston that I didn't really look into until I actually got down here. Like, Houston is a gold mine. So, but I think for the future, most producers need to look into bridging the gap between their genres. Because right now, music is pretty much all separated. You got your trap music, you got your soul music, you got your hip hop music. But real music, you have to bring it all together and just make it into one form. Music is music. There's only one kind of music. It's either good or there's bad. That's the holy hands dance. I'm gonna do that.
That type of stuff it just make you want to gang bang. If you don't want to, never seen a gang in your life, you just want to just. We really had to be gang bang. Our work ethic and who we make tracks for is not for really everybody, because we really can't contribute to everybody. We worked with a couple of major artists. Young Buck, we recently just placed on his mixtape, and Young Bird, we did a couple of stuff for him, and we got some more.
Boss Hog Outlaws, Dre Day, song with Slim Thug. Still hasn't came out yet. Yeah, song Slim Thug that hasn't came out yet. Mia Ray, she's about to get signed now. She's actually an artist on the Young Bird as well. But when it comes down to preferences and making music, I really don't necessarily have a preference, because I believe music should be different, but at the same time, music should still feel like music. Like, music it's a journey, it's an outlet. You know, music isn't something to do just to do it. Music is something to do to get you out of something.
We got beats now that, you know, in the process of making it, we feel like, oh, this will be a #1 hit record. But when we have like the A&R representatives that we associate with and take a listen to it, it always comes out like we're ahead of our time. Like we too far. And then that's where the problem comes in. Is like we have to kind of dumb down our sound, which I hate that, but in a sense they have to take me a little time to understand what people are really talking about. And that's the killer part. Like we just be sitting there vibing, just going, and then once we get the record to the people that we work with, it's like all you can do is just listen to it. Like it just be like that. You can't do nothing to it, but just listen to it and just jam to it. Like you can't really put no words to it. So that's really the hard part right now. It's kind of,
to us, it's just music. You know what I'm saying? Good music is good music, but to them, it's a business. And you know, at the same, that's with anything. You know, you abide by the business. You know, what's best for the business is what sells. So I'm not knocking the way the business works, because we are at fault for it. Like, people don't buy music. The A&R's judge what's hot right now based on what sells. So if we're not supporting the artists that we like, it'll never change. So we are our own killers. We're killing the game ourselves, but at the same time, there's always room for improvement. I'm not going to curse out, you know, the future artists or anything like that, because, you know, they're a part of this too, just like we are. We're just a part of this big puzzle, just playing our little part. But eventually, you know, people will catch on. So they're going to catch on, because everything changes. You know, only stuff is hot for a moment. You know, you can have a hot record today, and tomorrow everybody forgot about it because something new came out.
That's one thing we're not gonna do. Like right now, we're in that mode, so we're trying to figure out, we're trying to really perfect like how we work. Because that's the problem, that's a big problem for a producer though, is you get that one record and that's it. Like you can't really do it again because you haven't really took the time out to perfect cranking them out like that. So it's kind of, that's what we're working on now. Because after we get that one, then it's gonna be like clockwork.
Position of a firearm. In 2 months I'll be sentenced. 18 months from my kids. Don't know nothing about this weapon. It was nothing I did. It was found in my house, and they found no fingerprints. The only felony on my record, I got it dismissed. Federal DA trying to throw me over this federal fence. The only offense, prison, even with no evidence. Go to trial and I lose. The most I'm looking at is 10. I'm innocent, but I'm still on my way to somebody pen. Just know this ain't the end.
This record right here actually released without us knowing. We sent him the song through an A&R by the name of Sarah J. SJ sent the record to him. He recorded it like the following day and put it out like the following week. And they made a video like the following week after that. But he never told SJ that he recorded to the record. So shout out to SJ. Yeah, bad love to SJ.
My kids, you a nigga with life that's disrespecting his bitch. You should open your lids before you open your mouth. Speaking, calling me a snitch just like you spoke on the South. Like you spoke on my city, boy, do you know what I'm about? Did you ever stop to think before going that route? Dead end.
I guess his name was Job in the Bible. God just did all this crazy stuff to him just to make sure his faith was straight.
You can reach us at twitter.com/ForeverLXG. It's ForeverLXG. Our individual page is broken down, is in the bio there. Our website, www.ForeverLXG.com. Even on Facebook, you can holler at us. Facebook.com/ForeverLXG, spelled the same exact way.